this is the first photo of a black hole. I'm like, it's blurry. I'm like, oh, you couldn't get a good picture? Like, I'll never be happy with it. You're listening to Buffer Buddies, episode 82. We're watching Stargate. Dun, 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 dun. You guys go now.
Oh, okay.
Say your name.
Yeah. You want to try again, or
I don't know.
Why don't you play that movie and then start again?
Play the movie? Okay. You're watching Stargate. I'm Starboy Jared from UpDownLeftDie.
I'm the black hole Hey, Tiffany.
I'm Coffee Boy.
What's your star name?
Gotta have a star name.
Star Latte.
Good job.
Thank you.
We also have Aranya and Chris Alberti on the other side of the Stargate on planet Lambda, Triangle, Circle,
Reddit,
Upsilon,
Gamma.
We're on planet Reddit.
Gamma. You got to put in the chevrons to access them, access our podcast. Wow, this is a very loud starting song. All right, we're watching Stargate. Did I say that? We're watching Stargate. I hit the play button already. Enjoy. You can find this movie on Netflix. Does this sound all crazy for you guys?
It's very loud.
It's very loud? Okay, let me turn it down for you guys.
Or I could turn it down myself. You know
I turn it down for everyone.
I'm an independent person.
I can control the global audio. So let's talk about the movie. Something that we rarely do on this podcast, but let's talk about this movie. I like Stargate.
Okay.
They should turn on subtitles. Yeah, it's better than the other star stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Star, and the second star being an asterisk. You know, like the other star properties. Star. It's better than those. I don't want to name them out. I know I'll get all the hate on MySpace if I say the words, but it's the better than the other stars. It's the best one.
It's the best one. How many episodes?
There is a lot of them. It took me a year to watch all the TV shows. There is 10 seasons. Okay. Hold on. Wikipedia is terrible for this. I shouldn't have done this. I should have gone to IMDb. Stargate. I should do our research before we do these. Okay, Stargate.
Yeah, generally, but that's
no
fine.
one does that. No one has time for that. We don't have interns. So Stargate, the TV show, SG1, which I don't know what that stands for. Stargate
1. The first one.
But that's the name of the team that goes through the Stargate is Stargate SG1. I guess there's other SGs, so I guess they're the first team. I guess it's I guess they didn't think it through very well. IMDb
Stargate.
IMDb list took me to the movie. No wonder why there was no. Okay, so Stargate SG1 is the name of the movie, I believe. There's also a TV show that I can't seem to find. Oh wait, is this it? I think this is it. Okay, so the movie is Stargate, the TV show is Stargate SG1. Got it. There is 10 seasons of the original Stargate SG1, okay? It follows like 3 or 4 story arcs, which I think are all very good.
3 or 4?
Yeah, it's crazy, dog. It follows the basic premise of like an anime where you're like, worked so hard to defeat that guy, and then as they're like, you think I'm tough, you should see my boss, and then and then there's a whole nother story arc to fight the boss, and then you're like
Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's similar like Power Rangers. It's basically Power Rangers but in space. So then somewhere through the seasons of Stargate, so Stargate SG-1 started in 1997. so there's 10 seasons of that. It goes till 2007, I believe, something like that. Halfway through that, 2004, they splinter off and create Stargate Atlantis, which has Aquaman in it. And they find Aquaman in Atlantis. Hey, I just put that together that he's goes to Atlantis and he's also Aquaman. That's funny.
He's moonlighting.
Yeah, what a self that's a prophecy. Starting at Atlantis was 5 seasons, which is kind of unfortunate because that one was actually like way cool. I could go more into these later if you guys are interested, but it was just really cool to have these 2 shows on at the same time. Then they try to create some other garbage shows that weren't as good. They created Stargate Universe, which came out in 2009. So I think that was shortly after Stargate SG-1 ended. And I think Atlantis might have just ended as well. Stargate Universe took place on a ship. Basically, imagine there's a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, and then people got on there and couldn't get off. That was Stargate Universe. That was 2 seasons. Not as good, but interesting nonetheless. It's got who's this guy? He's in I think he's the guy in Battlestar Galactica. What is his name? Robert Carlyle? Do you guys know him?
Is he in Once Upon a Time?
Yes, he is actually. British guy.
He's Rumpelstiltskin?
He's Rumpelstiltskin, correct.
What did I win?
Oh.
What did I win?
Edit this out. You won nothing.
What?
I like him. What else is he in? He's in something else. 28 Days Later or 28 Weeks Later. That's where I've seen him from. Why did I think he was in Battlestar? I might be getting him confused.
He's a vampire boy.
In what?
Vampire boy.
In what?
Isn't that what 28 Weeks Later means?
28 Weeks Later is not a vampire movie.
What is that?
It's like zombies.
I thought it was vampires.
No, dog.
No, I think you're thinking of...
I don't know.
Hold on, 28.
Do you know 28 Days Later?
Yeah. I think he's thinking of 28 Vampires Later.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a battle royale type movie where there's 28 vampires that drop on an island and they have to like try to survive each other. And very, very hungry vampires.
Anyways, I don't know what else I've seen him in besides
30 Days of Night.
30 Days of Night. There you go. That makes sense now. It's not that. He's not in that. Anyways, I guess that's all I've ever seen him in. I don't know. I like him. He seems cool. He was in that Stargate Universe show. And then there was some like other garbage thing that came out, and I watched like 2 episodes, and like the reviews are real bad, and I couldn't like stomach it. It was like a fan make thing, and I was just like, nope. And that's pretty much it for Stargate. They have a bunch of movies. Every time, like Stargate, I think every story arc in Stargate SG-1 they made a movie for like the ending of, which was really kind of a weird thing, because if you just watch the TV show, all of a sudden you're like, wow, that war was real crazy, huh? Anyways, on to the next problem. And you're like, what? It was that thing where Digimon did that too, where if you didn't watch the movie, you got left out. And Digimon did it real bad because they were like, I saw that on the internet. That was really cool. I missed that battle. Is that the person from that battle on the internet that you didn't see because you didn't watch the movie? And then you have to like pause and like go and get the movie and watch the stupid movie just so that you could continue with the characters. Stargate did that, which was cool, I guess. Also, anyways, that's pretty much the history of this. If you guys have questions, please direct them to me. The intro of this movie is very similar.
At your email, right?
At my email at UpDownLeftDie.com. You can email me about Star Trek or just tweet at
I was going to say Jared at Stargate fanboy.
Did I say Star Trek? Have I been saying Star Trek?
You did.
Stargate
fanboy XOXO.
XX Stargate fanboy XX31. Yeah, you just send me those emails or tweet at us at UpDownLeftDie or fanboy Stargate boy. Through the Stargate we go. Hip hip ho.
I love how the driver guy was holding an umbrella, but he was completely holding it away from that guy's face, like, or anywhere near his body.
That's not how umbrellas work. Unless the rain is sideways, then you could point it into the rain and create a shield. The intro to this movie is very much like Indiana Jones, I feel like. Maybe? I don't know. How does Indiana Jones start?
With the ball rolling down, and then he jumps out.
that is like the credits are like going. That's a much better edit of the movie, honestly. Just have like the intro of this guy, and you're like, why is he running? Just get introduced right into the action.
What is he doing with that gun?
Gonna shoot some aliens.
Why does he look like...
I don't know who this guy is.
He looks like if someone took Brad Pitt and then put him through like a pressurized...
I was gonna say the same thing.
What? Why would you say that? What does that mean? A pressure cooker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen humans that look like... why would you come to the same conclusion as her? What does that mean? Anyways, I don't know who the hell this guy is. I've seen everything Star Trek, and I don't know. Stargate. You trek through the Stargate. That's the problem I'm having.
Yep.
Also, I believe that this took itself way more seriously up until like season 2 or
this
3.
This is an ARG, right? Because you have to remember the license plate number?
Yep.
Did they just kill him?
No, I don't know.
They put him in a pressurized cooker.
They said he accidentally shot himself. And he was holding a gun. I'm so confused.
I don't know. I don't know what his significance is because they don't know. Hey, you know what? I think that's the same thing in Captain Marvel in Edwards Air Force Base. I'm going to Google this.
Oh my God. I wonder if it is.
I've been to that place. They had a rocket ship there. Because you know, I was like, because in Captain Marvel, I was like, they're like, oh, Edwards Air Force Base. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's in California. And now that looks exactly the same. Edwards Air Force Base is a military base owned by the United States Air Force located in California. Has a friend station there. Nope, never mind. I don't know. Maybe it's just a set.
No.
Oh, that's a dude.
Is it filmed there? What's that dude?
On the right.
Owen Wilson.
No, that guy on the right.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know who the hell he is, but I know who you're talking about. Like, I don't know what he's just in things. Why is he in this movie?
He's been in like a bunch of things, but he just always appears in the background.
Is he the shouty guy? Does he shout a lot?
Yeah, he's like really loud. Hello! Like kind of like that.
Like what?
How you doing? Nice to see you. Like
Was
that.
he in Parks and Rec?
She's probably in a lot of things. He's a comedian.
I think he's from that Christmas movie with Danny DeVito.
Christmas movie with Danny DeVito. Hold on. Do you know what he's talking about, Jared?
No, I don't.
Christmas movie with Danny. Do you know what you're talking about, Recipes?
Yes, the Christmas movie with Danny.
Yeah, but you don't know the title, right?
I feel like this character that he's playing, the guy with the sweater, he's that in every movie. He's just like the guy with the sweater.
So what could
Deck the Halls.
a movie? Dang it! You ruined it. You ruined my game. We were gonna play the game.
I ruined the bit. I'm sorry.
We were gonna play a game to see what a Christmas movie with Danny DeVito would be called, but I guess it's called Deck the Halls.
Oh.
Man, this looks old.
It's quite old. 1997. I told you that.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks old.
Yeah,
you know?
Because it is. You can't make something look new if it's from the past.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the things from that time doesn't have to look this old.
I think it does, because this is like top-notch filming technology, I'm sure. It was probably a super budget film. It probably sucks.
Funny part is, the guy that plays in Captain Marvel is in this movie.
Oh, really?
Brie Larson?
Yep. Yes.
Samuel
No, the guy-
Jackson.
Jackie Chan.
Guy who plays Korath. the
Roberta
black guy.
Paulson.
Roberta. Wait, no. Who's the lady that sings "Killing Me Softly"?
Plans change.
Oh, what? Rebecca? No, what? Roberta Flack.
I'm here in case you
Roberta Flack.
Gemma
No?
Chan?
Yes.
Ryan just said that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're going on about.
I don't know what I'm going on about either.
Yeah, so there's this movie that we're watching. Man, oh yeah, what I was saying was this was the show I felt like it didn't take itself it took itself too seriously. I think this movie takes itself pretty seriously, but then they find out it's a real funny, like they figure out like their comedy format. And one of my favorite things, I think in the first episode of Stargate, and again, there's not much comedy in there, but they have MacGyver, what's his name? Dean something or another?
Tom Hanks.
No, MacGyver? You think MacGyver is Tom Hanks?
Why not?
It's not.
But why not?
Because it's not what happens.
Anderson.
Yeah, Richard Dean Anderson?
You know how old he is?
Probably like 80.
Nah, younger than that. You want to guess how old he is?
76.
Recipes
How old is who?
is Richard Dean Anderson.
Who's Richard D. Anderson?
MacGyver.
He's an American actor and producer who began his television
72.
career. Is it final answer? Final answer?
83.
The final answer?
76.
69.
It's not that bad.
God.
Anyways, in the first episode of the show, I'm pretty sure he says like, "I'll just MacGyver it," and I just went, "What? What does that mean?" Because how can he reference MacGyver in this universe if he's MacGyver?
Is he MacGyver in this universe?
No, but how would MacGyver wouldn't exist then? He's MacGyver.
This is a space movie, sir.
Who's MacGyver?
A space boy.
So he does MacGyver on the weekends?
Yeah. He's a space by day, MacGyver by night.
Anyway, okay. All right, we're obviously looking at a
Space by day.
Is this supposed to be...
on the outer track. These figures that
Who the
That's
hell
Kurt
is this?
Russell.
be words to be translated were
Is he
Russell.
in a video game?
He's
He's
in
in
a lot
Inside
of
Out.
things.
Wow, this
wait.
is the sound of people trying to figure out who actors are on IMDb.
Yeah, this is really tough. Because I just searched Kurt Russell, and
unique order forming out
it looks like a picture
7 points.
of... Oh my gosh, is Kurt Russell the
From
same...
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
He's the
Ego.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I thought that was...
Find a destination.
Why do I think that's the guy from Tron?
Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, why do I think
No,
that's
Jeff Bridges
Bridges?
is Obadiah Stane.
Do they look the same? Because they look the same. The guy from Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 looks like... what's his- Yeah?
Hey, question for you guys. Question for you guys. Jeff Bridges, the American actor, how old do you think he is?
69.
There's only 6 symbols in the cartoon.
69.
73.
Final answer? Final answer?
Yeah.
69.
So the same age as MacGyver.
So, okay, hold on. We're putting the pieces together. I think what we're trying to say is Jeff Bridges is MacGyver.
Yes. Oh, what? They recast? Oh my, I didn't know this. Okay, this is crazy. This is oh my, this is amazing. I didn't know they recasted Dr. Daniel Jackson for the TV show. I didn't know. Can you believe it? I'm just figuring this out. You guys, my mind is blown.
I'm so
What?
confused.
It's Dr.
What?
Janet Jackson. A different, they
Dr.
recasted
Janet
him.
Jackson?
Dr. Janet Jackson.
Dr.
Daniel.
Janet Jackson.
Daniel Jackson?
Daniel Jackson.
Oh, we're losing him.
Juju.
Oh no.
Mojo Jojo.
He's going through the Stargate.
Go.
Oh no, the Stargate
Wait,
is
who the hell is this guy? I thought this guy was Robert California from. Wait,
Danny California?
okay, isn't James Spader? Isn't he Danny California from The Office?
Jeff Spader.
Jeff Spader?
Wait, what are you saying?
No, that is the Robert California from The Office.
James Spader? It's not.
No, it says it on his IMDb.
I'm looking at his IMDb. I don't see it.
It's the fourth one down. Fifth one down.
Oh, there it is. I expected it to be bigger, but it's collapsed. Okay. That's craziness. They look very similar. I didn't know that. I thought
looks
Dr.
similar?
Daniel Jackson was played by the same actor, Dr. Daniel Jackson from the TV show. That's interesting. Lots of recasting. Oh, they recasted almost everyone from this movie. Oh my gosh. This is weird. I've not seen this movie in a long time and I hate it. I hate it a lot. That guy, that army guy, that's Colonel Jack O'Neill, who's played by MacGyver in the TV show. So recasted him, recasted Dr. Jen Jackson. Who else did they recast? Who else is on the team?
Is it just a reboot?
Well, I think they made the movie. So I have no idea the history of this because I was like 6 years old and I did not know what Stargate was.
Are you sure? You sound like you knew
No.
everything.
I only
about
know
this.
stuff like of the show, but not in the history of it. My perception is they made the movie and it was a hit, so they made the show. Not thinking about. I don't think they made the movie to make the TV show. I don't think that ever happens. I don't think it works that way. I think they made the movie and then someone went, we could adapt that for TV, and then they made 10 freaking years of it. So that's my perception. I don't know though. And in Atlantis, here's a fun fact for you guys. You know, like the scene where it's spinning around, it's going. One, it sounds better in the TV show, has a much cooler sound, but it takes forever. In the Atlantis, it doesn't do the spinny thing. It's just LED lights, and it goes bing, 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 bing. Because Atlantis has better technology.
So what you're saying is Atlantis is a pinball machine,
Yeah.
and it goes ding, ding, ding,
Ding,
ding.
ding, ding, and then it goes the extra ball, and then the gate opens. This is cool because you know what? The black hole picture came out this week, and they're making a wormhole right now. So those are like
The black hole picture that came out because that's who they're casting for the Stargate.
Look
sequel.
at those effects. Look at those effects for 1997.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Tiffany, that's where all their money went.
Oh, I see.
This one scene.
This one scene, generating that CGI. That's how computers sound. You ever heard a computer that went? Huh?
The theory
you?
of a computer is a pinball machine.
Or from like the
Let me crunch these numbers.
Early-
Ding, 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 ding.
more Willy Wonka, the Willy Wonka computer.
That's not you hearing it, a computer. That's you watching a movie with a fake. I'm saying, have you ever?
With your eyeballs?
Yeah, have you ever like, oh, let me type this down on my computer, and then, ba-ding, 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 ba-ding.
No.
That's right. So why is that in the movie? Where they get the idea from? Look at this robot. Look at this Mars rover.
I'm sad about the Mars rover.
The one that died.
Yeah. What are they gonna do now?
Well,
Who's gonna report?
we'll get it one day. We'll just walk over. Look at that robot go through the water. Oh, look at it go. I feel like they wouldn't have any of that data. That also didn't make sense because it's an like almost instantaneous transfer, and it showed it like going slowly across the galaxy.
It has mass. It could be a moon or a large asteroid.
Maybe their thingy is just really big.
The what?
The thingy that they're looking on is really big, so it looks like
it was just slow. Their little motor is real slow.
Yeah, it's instantaneous, but because the thing is so big, it looks like it was moving really slow.
Yeah.
You know.
What I would have done first before sending a robot through is like throw a bunch of rocks through, just to like, just because.
Like, why waste a robot, right?
Yeah, I mean, like before, just initially, let's just chuck some rocks through. Maybe there's some kids on the other side that we could hit, but like, that would be the initial thing I would do. Rocks.
These readings tell us it's an atmospheric match.
Are we gonna ignore the fact that you wanted to throw rocks at kids?
But you want to scare them away because you're like, I'm coming through, and you throw some rocks.
How big are the rocks are we
Like
talking
little
about?
pebbles, like skippable rocks.
Oh, okay. I thought in my brain you
Like
were
a
throwing
catapult.
boulders. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to shoot a cannon through.
Well, it has to be robot size, right?
What? Why?
It has to be robot size.
Why does it have to be?
What?
So you know what's gonna happen to the little robot.
No, I'm saying I'm just chucking rocks through just to like chuck rocks through.
Yeah, just to.
Just because it's
I thought
fun.
we were-
It's just fun to throw rocks at things.
Yeah. Haven't
thought
you
you
ever
were
like
trying to
thrown
see-
a big rock in a big pond? And,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's the thing. You just throw increasingly sized rocks. First, maybe you throw like that little pebble in your shoe, and it goes boom, and you're like, okay, that was fun. You get a little rock and a bigger rock. You maybe some
you
like
try skipping one and you get
Yeah.
mad and you throw a big one.
yeah, you lift one, and then you get a boulder and you push it up the little ramp and you push it through.
You're on the team.
And then you're like, all
never-
right, I'm gonna step through, and you step through, and there's all these kids with like bleeding out of their eyes.
I don't think I've ever touched a rock before
Wha- what?
in my entire life. I don't know what rocks are.
How did you get through high school geology?
I didn't take geology in high school.
You
I don't even know
had
what
to.
that is.
It's a California requirement.
No, California doesn't have rocks.
We have road.
California doesn't.
We have sand.
No
Does that
rocks.
count?
Yes,
There's
that
sand in
is.
California.
Sand is rocks.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You're gonna throw sand. You're gonna throw sand at kids and bleed from eyes.
You start with sand. You work your way up.
and what? Like, do you throw individual sand?
Then you like pocket sand it.
Oh, just like as a fistful of sand.
Yeah. And you get some. The next level up is like like maybe some rocks that you put at the bottom of an aquarium. You just chuck you shotgun
Ooh,
those.
but they're shiny.
No,
I don't
not
wanna
those.
throw
Not necessarily those. Just like that size. You know, the colored
Well,
ones.
Yeah, but those are pretty.
Whatever. I mean, they don't have to be
If
those. I'm saying that
Yeah,
size.
but if I'm gonna own these rocks, if I'm gonna own these rocks to throw, I may as well go for the pretty ones.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. But my thing is, you're shotgunning them just to see the effect of like it sprinkles. It looks pretty on the water where it's like. And then
What
it'll-
about cake? What about using cake instead?
Why would you throw cake?
I don't know. Maybe the kids next door
That
won't eat
hurt.
it,
That won't hurt the kids.
but maybe it'll feed the kids. Maybe we don't have to hurt the kids. We don't win wars
If they're
by hurting the things
if they're
we hate.
near my
we win
Stargate,
wars by
I
saving the
want
things
them
we love.
back up.
Cake.
It's
Like
my
cake.
Stargate. No, because you throw the cake, they're only getting closer to Stargate. Then when I come running through, I have a chance I'm going to tackle them by accident.
Let me pitch you this idea then. Star cake. Atlantis.
Yeah.
And
Or-
then you would throw cakes.
They're hard. Star cakes are hard as rocks then.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Did
Yeah.
I ever tell you about Time Squad and Edgar Allan Poe?
No. Wait, maybe. I think so, but
And then how Edgar Allan Poe, it's a thing about it's a time thing, and there's an orphan, and there's like a time cop, and so they go meet Edgar Allan Poe, but he's all like cheery and stuff like that, and so they're like, oh, we need to fix time, he needs to be depressed, and so like they try to like ruin
yeah.
his life and make him all sad or whatever, but then nothing worked, and he made like a bad poem, and everyone said it sucked, but he was still happy and cheery. And then he gave the time cop one of his cakes, and the time cop was just like, it's dry. And then he was like, he broke when he's like, it was dry. Edgar Allan Poe broke, and then he became all like, he like burst from the door from his pink room with all the ribbons and frills and stuff like that, and it turned all black, and then he was just quoting like the Raven, and it was very, very good.
That's what broke him, not his wife dying.
Yeah, it was the cake, saying the cake was dry.
Okay.
And they were best friends forevermore. It was part of the poem. It was about a bear, and it was about him. Good stuff.
Remember
So
that
what
meme?
would happen?
You go ahead.
I was gonna say, what would happen if he was like mid, like teleportation when the thing shut? Would it just sever
you
his
die.
body in half?
Yeah, you die. It cut you in half.
Would it cut you in half, or it would just never rebuild you whole?
It would cut you in half.
Oh.
So here's some insider knowledge. The Stargate won't transport you until you fully entered the thing.
So
You don't come out on the other side. Like, let's say you stick your arm in. Your arm doesn't come out on the other side until you step fully into it.
oh, I see. That's a good safety measure.
Sort of. It could still cut you in half.
Oh, but it won't transport you.
It won't transport you. It won't begin the transport. You're actually walking into like a compressed space. Once the thing has fully entered, then it starts to transport. So let's say you walk in with your arm, so it gives you the perception though. If you put your arm in and you walk in, you will walk out with your arm out, right? First thing in, first thing out. But so from your perspective, it feels like that. You'll stick your arm and walk all the way through, but it doesn't start the transportation process until you've completely gone. Oh no, you're right. The Stargate will try not to close if something is entered the event horizon. So you're sort of right, Tiffany. There is a safety feature where if you stick your arm in, it will try not to. Now, it does draw a massive amount of power, so it could shut down due to that. But you can't actually ask it to shut down. It will try to. It does have a safety feature. You're correct.
Are they sentient?
No, it's like technology.
Okay.
It's like technology.
It's like technology. Technology you've never seen before. Built by an ancient race. Yeah.
Do you ever think that we're at the point where we've discovered all we can in regards to like tech and stuff like that, but it can only get better? Because I mean, like, we've seen so if we go to the future or whatever, and they communicate however they communicate, it's just our version of a phone. You know what I mean? Like, if we go to a future and they're like flying places in a thing, we're just like, it's just our version of a car. You know what I mean?
Flying. What?
Yeah, but we also have airplanes. So rather than discovering something new, they just discover
figure
stuff
out a way
that's
to
better.
like a zero energy way to hover. That would be not a car or an airplane.
But zero energy is like a concept that we know. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what?
Yeah.
Are we gonna be surprised?
You
know
go
what I mean?
somewhere and you're like, my mind can't comprehend what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Probably
That's what
not
I mean.
that. No, I guess in that case, if you're like going to be that rigid about it, no, I think you're right. Then I think we've like imagined most things, or we have speculated enough about science to like what might be possible or what might not be possible. Enough to where like if someone's like, oh, I can't believe it, you actually did that thing that we thought was a storybook thing. Neat. Like, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Because I don't think cavemen ever thought about cars, but we've thought about like
person. Christopher Kiwi. What's happening?
Oh, I thought Christopher Kiwi. That does not say Christopher Kiwi, by the way.
What does it say?
Chopper.
It says Chopper Kiwi.
Oh, Chopper Kiwi.
Oh, Chris must have invited him.
No, or it's or this is like I think I made it public. I don't know how Rabbit works anymore.
It says Alistair is typing.
I don't like that. The Rabbit does that. Like, whatever. Thanks for streaming. We're doing a podcast. I don't know. It's not whatever.
But anyways, so I think we're at the critical mass of like creativity or invention without having to invent.
I mean, I don't know, because it could be something like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird. Your rules are loose, because it's like I could imagine some kind of goo, and you like it heals people, but then I just imagine
it's just
that,
our
right?
version of a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I don't know, but at the core, that would be like nanotech or something like that, and you're like, well, we thought of nano. Yeah, I don't know. It gets. Yeah. It's hard to say, because thinking of trying to disprove you is you imagining those things.
Yeah, which is the point.
It's self-defeating. It's actually, you've actually created an interesting paradox where it's impossible to.
That's my DJ name.
Yeah, if I'm like, oh, I'm going to disprove you right now. I thought of the thing. I've invented a new thing, so it's kind of funny. Yeah, potentially. Sure. Should I skip ahead in this movie?
Yeah, let's skip to the space stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, they
like,
never
that's
leave
what
this planet.
What?
There's no space stuff in this movie.
Wait, what?
It's all in other Egypt.
Why isn't it called Sandgate then?
Egypt.
Sandgate, Gamergate, anything,
I would have called this. I would have
Stargate?
named this movie Egypt to Egypt.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Egypt to Egypt sounds like a good anime title.
All right, I'm gonna skip ahead like 10 minutes. What are we at? How do I know where we're at right now? Oh, this guy's gonna. This guy who just joined is gonna be so confused. We're not at 125.
No. I guess put your cursor where the red dot is.
Yeah, Netflix. Why don't you tell us? Okay, we're at like 135.
145 it is.
35.
145.
I'm sorry, we're at
go.
35.
No, 30.
To 45, go.
I feel bad for this guy that just joined the rabbit room.
49.
I feel bad for him. Whatever. All right, so we jump to more sand. And they're drinking water.
Well, I'm glad that does this take place in the future?
No. Tiffany, who do you think these people are? What do you think is happening right now?
So this guy who's
Robert California.
Yeah, Robert California is smelling a Twix bar, and he's offering it to this guy who's the leader of the Egypt tribe. And so he's eating the Twix bar right now, and it turns out he's deathly allergic to chocolate. He's on the floor now, rolling around in pain. Oh no!
Not what's happened. Don't narrate it. I'm asking you. How did you think? Like, these people weren't here previously. Who do you think they are? What do you think is happening?
Did they go through the? Are they sand people? They were living underground, and then they came up for air. Are they like sand whales?
Yeah, that's exactly. I don't even know. Like, what do you want me to say to that?
Because it's true, right? You can't even make a joke because I got it right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what do you mean it doesn't make any sense? What part would I lose you at?
They're not whales.
Well, I mean, like, have you ever seen a sand whale? What if sand whales just look like people?
But like, why it's so stupid.
Why?
Anyway, I don't know.
Why though?
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Look at them. Sand whales travel in packs. Here, hold on. Let me look this up. Let me give you whale facts. Whale facts. And then you'll see that everything group of whales. So a group of whales, do you want to know what a group of whales is called? Yeah,
what is a group of whales?
A group of whales is called a line of people.
Oh, what about a group of people from Wales?
A group of people from Wales are called Europeans.
Oh. I was going to say a pod.
It is called a podcast. So yeah, so a bunch of there. So why are these? Who are these people, or who are these whales?
They're other Egyptians too. Egyptians 2.0. So the native people
is my favorite CG movie.
CG?
Yeah, Egyptians 2 is my favorite CG movie.
What does that mean?
It's just my favorite movie that's computer generated.
Oh, CG, like CG. What does CGI stand for? I realize I don't know what that means.
Computer generated images?
That's weird. That's a weird thing to say for like
Computer
visual
generated
effects.
images. Because everything is CGI technically, but we only talk about CGI as like a specific look of computer generated imagery.
Well, it's just like it's a video though. I get that videos are composites of images. I don't know. I always thought that was like such a weird like thing. Like CGI. I'm gonna make a bunch of CGIs to put into a video. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Then yeah, CG is a weird thing. Then it's my favorite computer generated. Computer generated what? Computer generated what?
Movie.
Computer generated what?
VGM.
VGM.
CGM.
Video game music?
Egyptians 2 is my favorite corny dungeon master. That's not a G at all.
Yeah. Game master.
Dungeon master. Game
No.
master.
Yeah, GM.
It's a different thing. So yeah, these people live here on this planet. They're native inhabitants of the other side of the Stargate.
They're on the other side of a Stargate.
Yeah.
So are the Stargates just interconnected different Egypts? Or is it different Earths?
Yeah,
Or is it
it basically.
planet? Is it like a
Basically,
fan
dude,
planet?
I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to spoil this for you. You're not going to watch the show.
I will never watch the show.
I like the show. It's corny. It's such a good background show. You could watch. It takes you years to watch through. I don't know why I'm not. Okay, you want me to explain it? I could just explain it.
I just want to know, are they in Egypt? Is this another Earth? Or is this like Planet of the Apes situation where they went through one Stargate to the other side of Egypt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be so fun. That'd be the funniest thing ever if they just went to Egypt from like oh, whoa, it's crazy, and then some guys
North
like,
Egypt to
what are
West
you doing
Egypt.
here? You're Americans. You don't have permits. Get out here. You have guns. What are you doing? You're arrested. That would be great. It's yeah. You could say it's another Earth. Sure. It's actually pretty
But
accurate.
is it called Egypt on this other Earth?
No.
What was that?
No. I was talking whale. Sorry.
Thank you for
That'd be more-
kind of embracing the.
Yeah, I was like trying to express the culture. Men singing in native language, accurate.
Whale language.
Good subtitles. Yeah, so I mean, actually, Another
Of course
Earth
I
is
teach
pretty
well.
accurate. It's not called Egypt in the same way we don't call Earth Egypt, but I don't know, because if I say stuff, it spoils the movie, but I also don't care. I just don't know why. I'm trying to preserve this for you guys. I don't know. How much information should I go? I could just ramble. Should I just do-
Yeah, you sound like you're really into this.
Okay, so basically, it's been a while, so I'm probably wrong in a lot of ways, but the basic premise is that long time ago times, a race of beings created like a Stargate network and had like a really advanced technology. Something happened to them. I sort of forget. I think they explained that somewhere in one of the episodes in one of the seasons of Stargate. But then they get like wiped out, right? And then another race kind of like takes over, like becomes the most dominant like species sort of in the galaxy or in the universe, actually. No, galaxy. Yeah, galaxy. And they start populating planets by like placing humans there. And so they kind of rule over them too. And so they use these planets, they like harvest from them. Like I think the humans basically, so the alien race is actually a symbiotic but slight / parasite race. And so they use the human. They're like powerless without a host. Humans are the hosts. They're also
like
their
the
slaves.
ant zombie fungus.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the humans could. Yeah, but the humans are like still alive though, and they can return
The ants are
control.
still alive. They cannot come back.
Yeah. The parasite could control them and decide if they want to let them talk. The ruling class of these things, they take the host and they just never let them go, basically, for the most part. So the way it works is they go around these planets, they'll use them for hosts when they need to, but for the most part they use them for slave labor to mine a very valuable resource called anaquita, I think. and some other stuff. So that's how they keep them oppressed. So that's why like their technology, it looks still like Egyptian technology and all that stuff. And they make,
so this is the future.
it's 1997.
Wait, the movie takes place in 1997,
Yeah,
or
I
the
think
movie was
so.
made in
I
1997?
think both. I think it's present day.
But their present day is our past.
Yeah. Well, they just never progressed past this technology. They're not allowed to. So
Interesting.
the ruling alien class forces them to worship them too. So they're seen as gods. So being chosen to be a host is actually seen as a good thing. It's really, you're basically like Get Out style horror technically.
This is basically how it's like if you were Mickey Mouse at Disneyland. You're basically seeing like they treat you so different working as Mickey Mouse.
What?
Then yeah, if you're Mickey Mouse,
You're better than the other cast members.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you're like lucky if you get to be Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
So that's crazy because that's like the job
You're
no
like
one wants.
in
but
his
that's
image, you know?
it's kind of that's funny. But it's like that's the job no one wants, but that's the best version of the job no one wants. I feel like
not everyone can do it because you have to be a certain height, and I am that certain height.
Oh, really? You actually have to be short to be Mickey Mouse?
Yeah.
Huh.
You have to be between 5'10" or 5'10", 4'10", like 4'7", 4'10", or something like that.
That's a really strict range.
Mm-hmm.
That crazy.
I've tried it. I've tried to do it.
What do you mean? You tried to apply or
Yeah.
what?
But then you had to go through an audition, and I was like, no, thanks.
Yeah. I heard you have to like. I'm like, that seems. Just stick. That's crazy, but yeah. So that's kind of the premise of the lore of this. Somehow, like Earth is off that grid for some reason, and so that's why they got to progress. I forget why. Like Earth is like lost. I don't know why. Somehow. Oh yeah. So there's this thing with the Stargates. They have all these rules, which are really funny because they're like there's tons of rules. So if the Stargate is blocked, it will be disconnected. So it's a network of Stargates, and if the Stargate is blocked, then it will be, you cannot dial it. So it's basically, it's all the great thing about this movie.
Cell phone?
Yeah, no. It's worse than that. Basically, this movie is the Stargates are rotary phones, like in every way you can imagine. It has to do like a dialing process that's very similar to a rotary phone, which I think was like they're like, what if it's like a rotary phone? It's like really funny to me. So one thing they'll do is they'll knock the Stargate down, and then now you can't dial into it, and it removes it from the grid essentially of being able to call. But you could stand it back up and give it power source, and it can be dialed in. There's all these other rules that get all crazy, but that's what happened on Earth. So in the beginning of the movie, you see them unearthing a Stargate, which essentially like that's how they got disconnected. They buried it. I think most other planets don't know they could do that. I think the other thing too is like the Stargates are like sacred, so you're not like peasant people aren't allowed to touch it, so no one really knows that. But I think there was a slave uprising that / revolt, and they knocked the gate down, and that like disconnected them, and I think Earth was lost from that network. Also, you see in this scene, they're inside of a pyramid, and that's pyramids are actually landing platforms for alien ships that have a pyramid shape.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so like the Egyptian gods.
Wait, hold on. Pause. Pyramids are landing ports for
pyramids.
Alien ships
that are bigger
look
pyramids.
like pyramids.
Yes.
So with that logic, would our airports be in the shape of airplanes?
They might be, if you think you have a bunch of landing strips in like a wing formation, sure.
I mean, LAX is pretty close, but that's just also the X of the
so
freeway.
In the scene right
really
now, you're seeing this happen. This is the pyramid ship landing on this.
But like, what does it do? Does it balance on the tippy top?
It has like an insert. It's like an insert. It goes into it.
Oh, so it's like a topper?
Yeah, it's a bigger pyramid.
Without a bottom.
Why is this so hard to understand?
It's stacking.
It's stacking. Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
But now you'll see, I think in this movie is Ra. So the Egyptian gods are actually real people. people things.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so you have like Raw, and then they'll kill Raw.
I thought you were just saying like, WWE Raw. That's what
Raw.
I thought you were going
no,
for.
it was like Raw. They'll kill Raw or whatever, and then they're like, oh, you thought Raw was bad. His father,
Rather.
Jojo is worse or whatever. So you see how it's stacking? You never actually see this ever again, I don't think. And the ships don't look like this in the TV show, which is really funny.
Because they realize that
It's stupid. But these effects, though, I love them. These are the toys, I believe. I think this is like Star Wars style effects, which is really cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool. I like how they do those.
Like, it's all practical and real, and it's like a tiny thing that
It's just
lights
like-
up. It's fun.
It's like a bunch of people playing with little toys,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
makes a whole movie.
Dude, I saw those set photos from Star Wars doing the trench run, and it's like crazy. The craziest thing for me was they shot it in broad daylight, and I don't know why that's like the thing that like, but it's in space and it's dark. Like, it's so weird to me that it was like that. Another thing that's like that to me too is like, I still don't kind of get why. I guess it happens, but I'm like, how come kids aren't making better movies than Star Wars? Because the technology that they shot those movies with is like garbage. Like a cell phone literally produces better quality, better picture, better frame rates, better everything. And they're like doing it with like, the set photos are so funny. It just looks like a bunch of dudes like in a parking lot. I'm like, it looks so low tech that I'm surprised that like an 8-year-old can't shoot something better. How come I'm not seeing like, I guess film theory is a thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like ideas.
Yeah.
Money is also a thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's true.
But I'm saying the things that cost money back then are now essentially free nowadays. Like, what is it that they spent millions of dollars on that we can't get for free now? That's what I'm saying. Like, you could get editing software for free. You don't have to develop film. You could build those sets. The sets are crafts. It's like a lot of the stuff they paid money for is now offset with technology. Yeah, if it's just raw knowledge of like making a good movie, then that's fine. But I'm just like, I was just so impressed. I'm like, that's literally like, there's nothing in that photo that I don't have or I couldn't make myself. And I thought that was kind of a crazy thing. Music would be a thing. Music's not any different.
It's just someone in the back going bum 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 bum.
What if we shot like a full on like high grade Freddie Wong style, like super good, but then we're like bum 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum,
We have to because of copyright.
Yeah, the whole like, well, not if we can get our own music made, but it's like we shot the best movie ever, but we really don't know where to get music. We don't know how it works, so we just did this soundtrack. That'd be good.
Yeah, or can we just redub Star Wars with us making all the sound effects?
Yes, I think we've
And
talked about this
the-
before. We should do this someday.
Sound effects, music, like the tracks, the dialogue. We need like a army of people. I think it's like a full orchestra,
We would need. Well, I think my idea.
like Star Wars acapella.
Yeah, I think what we could do is start like a new podcast maybe, and we do like we do pieces of a movie at a time, and we release that, and then eventually at the end of we could do each season could be a movie. So like season 1 will be Star Wars, right? And it's kind of like a riff track style thing where like you're supposed to you're supposed to play it with the movie, maybe or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's something like that. And then we could release the full thing at the end on like a website. Maybe for Patreons, you guys could get the stitched together version. And then it will be like a 20-minute podcast, but it'll take us maybe like an hour or so to record because we'll have to like go back and redo stuff, but we kind of edit it. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be interesting for sure.
So back to Star Trek, Stargate.
Oh yeah, we're watching that, huh?
So they. Oh yeah, so the gods are these aliens, and when you have the alien parasite thing, it makes you like live nearly forever, and they have like technology that could heal you.
What do you mean? Hold on. Time out.
Yeah?
What do you mean nearly forever? What does that mean?
I think eventually the host body gets old, but it like extends
What's
your life
the
by
difference then? What's the perk? You know what I mean?
thousands of years.
Oh.
Like that's the thing. This is the same Ra that they talked about on Earth. It's the same guy.
Yeah, it could be like a Daft Punk situation.
No, I'm saying in this situation it is though.
No. So this Ra is like Ra Junior.
No,
you know
it's
what I mean?
not. But I'm saying
he
it's
just
not.
took on his dad's name.
No.
Yeah, it's Ra.
Yeah, and it's his brother Bra.
And then his great grandkids are Rama. And then his cousins Gaga ooh la la.
And they want your bad romance.
But no, I'm saying in this though it's the same one because he's like, oh, I remember you and your stupid planet. But no,
but what if it's just like a role, you know? Like,
no, but that I think that's a thing too. But I think in this specific scenario, this is the same Ra. It's the same one. All right. I'm pretty sure it is because it's only been like a couple. Like how long has it been since we built the pyramids?
2 days.
1,000 years. Whatever. That's nothing to him. Anyways, so these people are forced to worship them, and so they think they're gods and all this stuff. But they're really just slaves to these guys that then do stuff and whatever. Yeah, and so that's pretty much where Egypt comes from and stuff like that.
So Egypt is space?
Egypt is space aliens, yes.
Interesting. So, okay, so what if in this civilization, Ra is actually just like, that's his DJ name, you know what I mean? And it was a situation where he couldn't perform, but he didn't want to let his fans down. So he just got his friend to be like, hey, can you put on this helmet that does not look like a mouse and perform? And the guy's like, yeah. So he's now become Ra. So you think he...
But it's not the mask. It has a face.
Yeah, the face is a mask. It's an alien technology, face mask.
Wait, what just happened? They just like cut to something.
Yeah, that was a bad cut. I don't know, man.
That guy die?
Probably. They pretty much kill whoever.
So you've watched this movie before, right, Jared?
So long ago, back like 3 years. No, way more than that. Like 4 or 5 years ago, when I started watching. I watched this, and then I watched all the TV shows. So I watch everything in chronological order. So I watched this, and then so it's been so long. But yeah.
So what made you want to watch this?
Oh, I've seen a lot of the episodes like all over the place, like randomly, and I was like, I should actually watch those in order and get the story down.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, so my thing was like, so there's very few TV shows could do this. One, there's a lot of episodes. Two, you could watch them in any order and it sort of makes sense. This and Eureka and Psych let you do that. You could watch these shows, just any episode, and it's fine. It's kind of like, I don't get it, but whatever, it's entertaining. And as you watch them, you sort of start figuring it out. Even though those timelines a little bit jumped around, you could just kind of do it. And that's why I was like, I want to get this straight because I enjoyed watching it. My thing is like, if someone's like, tell me about a good TV show, I'll never say Stargate. I don't think Stargate's a good TV show, but it's campy and enjoyable. It's kind of like, I would almost say it's a little bit like a guilty pleasure kind of a thing. So I love it as a background thing. I think it's great as definitely for background. Cause again, there's good background shows are like, oh, I missed an episode. I wasn't paying attention, whatever. Keep going. That's inherently true of the shows where you could watch them in any order and it's still fun. Two, there's 10 seasons of it. So you could put this in the background for like a long time. And then by the time you get to the end, you're like, well, I guess I'll just put it on again. So Simpsons, The Office, this, Psych, Eureka. IT Crowd, there's not enough of it, but it does work as a backup show if you've already watched it. But those are like things with lots of episodes really work good as like, and specifically I like to go like play random and just watch a random episode and it's fun, or fall asleep to it or whatever. So that's what I like about this show. It's also fun because it's like, it has a lot of lore. So it's just kind of fun to like, I know all this stupid stuff for the same reason that like Star Fox is good. To learn about all the lore of Star Fox and his dad, Andros. Do a barrel roll. Peppy, Slippy, Falco.
Pikachu.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
Juju. And Captain Crunch.
That's my favorite.
It's all the fun. Dog. General Dog.
General Dog, and his son, General Dog Boy.
General Dog Bone. and then his other son Wishbone, the dog that read books. Rest in peace. You know Wishbone?
Yeah.
Rest in peace knows Wishbone.
Recipe is real good at improv.
Chris also knows Wishbone. See, I'm not crazy, dude.
No, I watched Wishbone like nonstop.
Dude, there was only like a season of that. There's so less episodes than I thought. It was like 2 seasons. It was like 12 episodes.
No.
Yeah, I remember there being
that.
a ton. There wasn't. There was not that many.
But they brought it back, didn't they?
I don't know. That's my
In the 2012 remake, Wishbone.
Yeah, look it up. I thought there was like only like 24 episodes or something like that. Yeah, it was like they just replayed it a lot. And as a kid, I guess I just didn't pay attention because I thought there was way more episodes, but there's like not that many. I imagine,
in your little kid brain.
Yeah, in my little kid brain. But honestly, those episodes seem like I get it. I feel like that they put a lot of work into that show. Like it's a pretty high concept show with a lot of moving parts that I can't like. They're probably like, this is exhausting and not worth the money. We're going to cancel it. But it was fun while it lasted because there's actors and props and disguises and it's crazy.
I love that show so much. That
no, Tiffany. Oh, were you not here? Okay, there's a whole episode where I talked about Wishbone and none of you guys knew what this was.
What?
Yeah, okay, so I was the only one on the episode. Rest were like, I had to explain Wishbone to them. It was a dog that reads books to kids.
I think I joined in later and you guys brought it back up.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember that.
Because I was like defending myself.
Illusion is ruined. I thought this was a bit and I was going along with it. And then you guys went off about Wishbone and I went, oh, maybe this isn't a bit. Maybe I should look it up. And so I looked it up and it's a thing about a dog.
Dog that reads books to kids. He read them books.
And he dresses up as the characters.
He dresses
in those
up
books.
as them. It's
what is
so
this?
funny.
Oh, I typed in Wishbone images and I got images of Wishbone.
Yeah, I did the same thing
God.
too last time. I just Googled Wishbone and I was like, that's not going to work.
Wishbone dog. It's a real dog. It's a real dog.
Yeah. Again,
like it's not a cartoon dog and it's not a computer generated image of a dog.
No, it's a dog wearing costumes. It's an actor dog. Yeah, I posted these photos before because they're so freaking funny of this dog wearing like a mustache. It's great.
I thought that you were just looking up pictures of dogs and mustaches.
No, I put I put that exact same photo in the chat before, I think. I don't know what we were talking about.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Were you not here when I was like explaining the premise of Wishbone?
You know what I was here for? I was here for when the little boy stuck his finger in the dam and he became a national hero.
And he has a statue. It's not even a real kid, I don't think. He has a statue of him.
I don't know why in my brain Wishbone was a ghost. When I slowly started to realize that Wishbone was a real thing, I imagined it was a ghost
on this
that
planet,
granted like wishes or something like that.
Look how on this planet has like 3 moons, but they're just like copy pasted moons. It has 3 moons. Wow.
Maybe it's in an atmosphere that just triples the up when you look up.
Yeah.
You know what other crazy show there was? Zaboomafoo.
Oh, I freaking love Zaboomafoo.
That went on forever, right?
I don't know.
I feel like it did.
Zach and who was the name?
Oh no.
Zach and what?
Chris
and I thought it was Zach.
Is it Zach? I don't know.
I'm gonna skip ahead in this movie to action.
There's only 2 seasons of that too.
What the hell's going on with my childhood? It cut so short.
Mafu.
I'm gonna skip.
I'm skipping
how I thought.
I'm gonna skip ahead, you guys. Oh,
okay.
Is this part good? Let's see this.
Martin Kratt and Chris Kratt.
Yeah, the Kratt brothers.
What?
All right, so the pyramid is opening and it's letting light in, and it really opens up the room.
Opening? It doesn't need to open. It just needs to be there so it can stack onto things. Why does it need to open?
Because it really opens up the room. Gotta get the light in there.
Okay, wait. I just.
Chris says Zoom was a good show. I don't know Zoom. You're okay. Now that's outside my knowledge. You've been.
Oh no, the dog died.
Yeah, the dog died. Dogs don't live 28 years.
I was hoping it was going to be 69 years old.
Darth
But
Vader.
it wasn't. Darth Vader.
So
So is this Ra?
I think this is Ra.
He has a mask.
He takes it off though.
No,
He's
it's
like
just a mask underneath his mask.
No, look, he's like a real pretty boy.
Let's see. I'll be the judge of that. I like how all these
I would
people
love it if
have
he
like
Tripped.
varying hairstyles.
Yeah. I love how you had the mask on it because it's so big. It's such a big metal mask. He like trips and falls forward because you're all top heavy.
It's just like it's there is no trend in this Egypt. Everyone is their own person. They come up with their own hairstyles. No one has the same hairstyle.
That's a bomb, isn't it?
Is that a robot? Oh, I guess he just said it was a bomb.
Well, robots are a type of. I mean, bombs are a type of robot. If you think about
I guess
it,
so, huh?
they
Or
just
they're
get
just a
so
box.
excited they explode.
Oh no.
They're like, I gotta rate the party! Yeah!
That's
Look at that. Okay, now that animation sucks. That was the worst
that
thing.
wasn't
Wow.
the concept was very cool of the helmets.
In the show, it's good. In the show, it's a lot better.
Okay.
It's a lot less over the top. It's simpler.
The helmets are collapsing and
Yeah.
exposing.
It looks like
But-
a 2D animation. So
He
Tiffany,
is just a boy.
but isn't he pretty?
No, he's a little tiny thing.
He's different.
You
This is
got
going-
my
He's different.
hopes up.
He's different in the TV show. They recast everybody. It's weird.
Oh no, he punched another boy. Oh no, that guy didn't even. He wanted to die. Oh no, that guy also wanted
He
to
shot
die.
him with a Roman candle. I did that. My friends did that to each other once when we were kids.
Oh no.
Why can't I have friends that will crowd around me and take electro bolts, Roman candles for me?
Maybe if you start a cult.
Maybe.
But if that was me, I would have them all like uniform.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're your bros though. That's the thing. It's not like they're like these are his.
Oh, they're
bros.
family?
Yeah, they're like they fam, and he's like you just wear
Oh,
whatever you
are
want.
they fam or are they family?
They fam.
You know what I mean?
They fam.
Oh no, I want them. I want some kind of
Look at those finger.
It's the Evelyn fingers
Finger.
that Aranya wants.
He's got them. He started that trend. You
Oh
all
no, he's in
think
the sensory
swim-
deprivation tank.
Yeah, a swimming pool. He's like, enjoy this relaxing experience. I'm sure you'll love it. Let me know when you feel refreshed and re-energized. Then you could have some cucumber water when you come out.
Oh man,
And little sandwiches. I call them sandwiches.
But Egyptian sandwiches.
Egyptian sandwiches.
I do like cucumber water.
I do too.
You wouldn't think it tastes like anything, but it does.
It tastes like kind of bitter, but it's good.
like cucumber.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call that bitter, but
It's bitter.
it's definitely a taste that's pretty good.
Actually, you would think it tastes like something because there's a lot of water in those cucumbers, and you're just kind of slowly extracting that. So it would taste like cucumbers.
I guess it's just a cucumber, just a liquid cucumber.
Yeah, a little bit. So these guys are flying ships now, and they're going to shoot at them. They're shooting. Goes,
These guys are flying ships now. It
Yeah.
sounds like these guys have transformed into flying ships. They are flying ships now.
basically.
Oh no, all the baby children. And this is where the X-Men come in, right?
Yeah, and they say everything. Again,
where
these are these
Apocalypse
old effects
comes
I
in.
love where they don't show anything blowing up, but they show like the smoke effect of that thing. So they can reshoot. They don't actually destroy anything. These are non-destructive effects, which is always great. They show
Oh, yeah.
smoke on the other side of a wall. Like it's always so good. And they just
in a
cut to the gun, a bullet, and then cut to the ground, and then cut to the gun again, and it's so funny.
Thor, the first Thor movie, they built that entire town. and then they blew it all up.
Oh, like the town where he's like, another one.
In Arizona. Yeah, they built that whole thing.
So like,
and they blew it up.
That's cool.
Crazy.
See, how come they can't build that whole thing and then not blow it up and then let homeless people live there? You've already, like, if it's that easy to build a whole town, just leave it there.
But then how will Thor redeem himself and be worthy of the hammer if they don't blow it up?
CG. Computer generated.
What is CG? Computer generated blow up.
Just computer generate blow up.
A good question. That's a good question.
Also,
so in my brain, this is all a House Scorpion situation where.
Oh my gosh, yeah, a little bit, sort of. Not as like. That's a really cool like twist in House of the Scorpion. That's a book, by the way, listener. It's
just
not as
just the one listener.
It's not as over the top as that though. It's more basic than that though. It's like there's think of like a tapeworm, but it lives longer than you. Or like it could think of like, what is it?
Like literally longer than you because it's so long.
Well, no, think of like lobsters live forever, right? Lobsters are theoretically immortal. Think of that, but it needs to live inside your body in order to not like die. And so then it just like goes and gets a different person. You know, that's more or less the basics of it.
I see. I understand.
So, okay, so they put Dr. Daniel Dagen into this like sarcophagus, which has like amazing healing technology, but it's reserved for like the god people because it's like, oh, it's magic, but it's really just technology. So he got shot and they put him in there. I forget why, but he woke up right and it starts closing. I would be like, how did he know to get out of it? Like,
because it's closing, or
I'd be like, I don't know, I don't know,
like a panic.
I don't like that it's closing while he's sitting up in it. Like, it should wait till I get out or something.
The Stargate waits for no one.
Yeah, I don't like that. That is like, I'm closing now. Like I'm still in. I'm closing. It's like, okay.
What do you do with like automatic doors?
They
like
stay open for me.
Doors.
They stay open.
Well, it's probably his cue to get out of the.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't like that the technology is like, hello, I'm open. Oh, well, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm closing now. It's like, wait.
They've spent all the safety features on the Stargate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that it tells me what to do. Yeah. It'd be like if you're walking to a store and the automatic door open and you're like too slow and it closes again. And you're like,
well, the rotating doors.
The rotating doors?
Yeah, the rotating doors at like the hotels and stuff like that. If you're not fast enough, then you're gonna get cut up.
Yeah, but it's
a blender. You're the little strawberry
really,
at the bottom
that doesn't
of the blender
really work in this way, but
the little smoothie. You're a little smoothie.
They have blades inside.
Yeah.
Hey, how was that?
You gotta go.
I'm gonna open like a really like, it's so edgy. Look at my hotel, and it's like revolving door. It's got blades inside. It's actually a human blender. And then
what if it was just like a revolving hotel? So it's like revolving doors, revolving sushi, revolver, Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah.
I got distracted. I didn't know what was happening. Is his eyes glowing?
Yeah, I glow. That he used magic.
Yeah, magic or science? Magic is
it's
just
magic
science.
and science. Well, no, I mean it's. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. It's science and biology. That looks like magic.
I love biology.
Yeah.
I love putting ricotta on my biology.
Also, the funny thing in this movie is like these people speak a different language. I guess that happens occasionally in the show.
Is that funny?
Most other, it's so funny. People who don't speak English, gosh, no. Most other planets, they just speak English. Like, I don't think they ever explain why.
Maybe it's like they have a translator in their.
No.
Okay.
Do we have that technology, Tiffany?
Yeah, Google.
Not in 1997. Come on.
I don't know. I don't know what I was doing in 1997. Maybe I was inventing this.
Inventing what? Stargate?
The Google.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why is that so hard to believe?
Share money with me.
How do you think I buy all this stuff? I only pretend that I'm broke.
You already spent it all. on shoes.
I do like shoes.
I never got that. Why do people like shoes? You put your stinky feet in them.
No, because they make you look nice.
They're just stinky feet homes.
No, they make your calves look all strong.
How do shoes do that?
The heels. Makes you flex your calf muscles.
That would actually just make your calf strong, not just look strong, right?
Yeah, that's why people when they go on walks, they go on walks.
Uh-oh, you cut out. What did you say? They go on walks?
They go on walks in heels.
I never seen anyone do that.
They do it all the time.
Are you talking about the Skechers walk fit things?
No, like high heels.
You're talking about the Skechers walking fit.
No, people go on treadmills in high heels all the time.
I can't tell if this is a bit.
No, I'm being serious.
It doesn't sound like it's.
No, it's
You're
not
doing
a bit
the
at all.
voice where you're lying to me.
No,
This is it.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm being 100%
I know
truthful.
someone has done it. I don't think I've seen people aren't doing it all the time.
Yeah, but I also haven't seen a whale, but whales exist. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not disputing that it doesn't exist. I just say it's not like a commonly known thing.
Like what? It is.
I mean, it's. I don't go on my workout app and be like heel walk.
Well, do you own any heels?
I could make them pretty easily.
You're gonna make heels.
If my app tells me to, I'll make heels.
Well, maybe your app needs to unlock that function by you owning heels.
Yeah, oh, it's true. It does ask me what I own, and I have to put it in there. So I
Yeah,
like this
it asks
part
you
where
your
they fire
height, your weight.
they fire like arbitrarily into a crowd of people.
They're whales.
They're whale hunting.
Why'd that guy die?
He got shot by the energy blast.
Oh no. So okay, so I missed out on why they're doing this. Are they
Slaves?
Exploration.
resources?
Oh,
Is that the thing?
why are the humans to the Stargate?
Well, why the human through the Stargate, and why the big bad man do the thing?
Human through Stargate because human curious. Why go moon? Same reason. Explore.
And-
What this place be? We here
And
now.
then, but then he why he what makes him big bad?
Big bad man?
Because he wanted to blow them out.
Yeah,
All
but
of them.
why? Why he wanted
Because
to hurt
he
them?
thought they were a threat.
They are a threat.
They are a threat, or he thought they were a threat.
I think both.
Yeah.
So he thought right.
Yeah.
So he's completely
Yep.
justified in his actions.
Honestly, he's just trying to protect his way of life that he's only known as the one way to live life, and human come in and threaten that way of life.
So in his pyramid ship, is there a sign that says "Love, laugh, live, laugh,
Live, laugh, rule. Yes. He's like, always got to remember, while ruling, you must also have good time.
Why is he? What is that accent?
That's his accent. Okay.
It's like Italian. I don't know.
I don't know.
Italian tasty hot.
Italian tasty hot.
Pizza. Oh my gosh,
I
this
feel like
cat.
this would be a good time to skip.
Good time to skip. You are correct. Let's skip ahead.
Oh, we're going through the Stargate. Whoa! Oh wow!
Good time
It
to
skipped
skip.
right into them.
Now human shoot
Die.
you. Other hand has been turned. Table.
Wow. This is very. Hey, isn't Kratos in this?
Is that Kratos?
No, but I'm just saying. Isn't this a Kratos thing?
Kratos isn't Egyptian. What the hell's wrong with you?
No. When does Kratos show up?
Oh,
in-
is Kratos Egyptian? Maybe you're right.
No.
What is Kratos?
No.
Greek?
The actor man, Kratos.
Oh. I don't know what you're saying.
Kratos, the actor man. Is
The
he
voice
not in
actor.
this? Yeah, Kratos, the actor man.
Isn't
Is he in
Kratos
this?
the voice actor a black guy?
He's
Oh,
but he's,
yeah. Oh, is that Kratos? He's not in
This
the
guy
movie.
right here?
He's not in the movie.
No, but isn't he in a thing? Is this Kratos?
Which guy?
No, hold on.
You said
Let me
this
look
guy.
this
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to look at.
Yeah.
up. Not that guy. Kratos. Voice actor.
Is that Tilk?
Christopher Judge.
That's the weirdest name.
It's a strong name for a man with a very strong chin. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, I need photos or something.
Stargate.
Oh, is that?
One.
That's Kratos?
Teal?
Yeah, Tilk.
Teal'c.
Tilk.
He's a robot?
He's not a robot.
Oh. Why does it say Android Teal'c?
This is Android?
Android Teal'c.
It's so stupid. It's not an Android.
What?
That's so dumb. That's wrong. Where are you reading this?
IMDb.
That's wrong.
It says Teal'c/Android Teal'c.
Oh, there might be an Android version of him. I don't know. Is it this movie or are you talking about the TV show?
It looks like a TV show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think he's in this movie. I didn't actually put that together. That's him. That's really cool. That's awesome. All I know is there's like an anime filler episode. Flash forward, Tilk eventually lives on Earth. And he has like an apartment, and he's all like, "All right, what is this place?" It's really great. Anyways, he starts kind of having like this romantic relationship with this lady sort of thing. And there's like this kid's like, "What's up, Teal'c? How you doing?" Like, it's like this really weird sitcom-y like kid on a skateboard who like, "What? How you doing?" Lives in his apartment building. Anyways, he's walking along one day after going shopping. And he has his like groceries or whatever, or someone does. I don't remember exactly who had the groceries. Maybe it was an old lady. Some guy steals this old lady's purse, and they're like, "Help! He stole my purse!" And then so Teal'c like grabs an orange and like just chucks it like half a football field and hits the guy in the head. It's really funny. It's so good. It's so good.
I don't know what this show is about anymore.
Aliens.
But he's on Earth?
He live on Earth.
Earth is usually in these types of things. Earth doesn't exist.
Earth isn't a big part. That's just one thing where they take a day of the life of Teal'c as he adjusts to human life on Earth.
But this is the anime episode, you said?
Yeah, it's like one of those anime episodes where it's like all filler garbage where they don't go space.
Oh, but it's not actually an anime
No. It's one of those like, why does this episode exist?
This was a Charlie Day like robbing the gas station situation.
No. I'm sorry. It's like a filler episode, which is great.
I understand now. I was very confused. I was like, I thought I knew.
He's supposed to have like a low profile, and like chucking that orange like got him on like the newspaper or something like that. It's something
of all the things to be known for.
Because it was great. Because it was like the guy was running and just like, "Help, do something!" And instead of chasing him, which I'm sure he could have done, though, he just like chucks an apple. Like, and you see it like arc in the air. It's really funny. It just knocks the guy off. Great stuff. So
interesting.
So that's another thing I could explain. So Teal'c is actually one of these guys that we're kind of looking at, the soldier men for like Ra or whatever.
The Egyptian one?
Yeah. So he's actually like, I think a super high rank. He's like one of the best ones. But they they get him. I think it's kind of like Dragon Age, where they have to acquire him to their party, and so they meet him. They meet him, I think, in the first episode of SG1.
They do a quest, and then you find out if you want to romance him or not.
Yeah, he's going to kill this guy who's played Jack O'Neill, and they're like, "Please don't do it," and they somehow convince him to turn on his overlords, and then he comes with them. But so he actually has one of those parasites in him, and he cannot remove it because when you get one, you like lose your appendix or something like that. Something where like it'll kill you if you remove it. You need it to live, but also
a heart.
No. It's like in your stomach. I'm saying you need the parasite to live. Once you get a symbiote alien thing, you have to have one in order to live, right?
It's like a seal, an otter. Once they bond for life.
No, because you don't need the same one. You just need a parasite.
Oh.
Okay, I'll get more into that in a second. Anyway, so he has one of these things. So his immune system's really, really good and stuff like that. They basically like cure you of almost any disease. So they're able to study him and like learn a bunch about that stuff. He has a bunch of knowledge about these Egyptian people because he's like was on their team. Everyone considers him a traitor. It basically changes everything though. Imagine like the first slave escaping and then starting an organization that they're free slaves. He basically does that. So what they do, the baby parasites, they need to be incubated. So they put them into humans who get chosen. That's like an honor, right? So Teal'c is like honored to be chosen. They don't have the ability to control you. They're just incubating while they're being raised. So they're like Ra's son or whatever like that is basically in them. But at some point in the show, it starts getting mature enough to take over and they're like evil or whatever. So they have to get a new one. They have to go and like rob a new infant one to keep them alive. So that's also another little tidbit there that's interesting.
So how do they get rid of the one that's currently in their body?
I think they just grab it because there's like a hole in their stomach. You could just stick your hand.
Do they
in there.
have like do they have like a window? Like how long?
I think it's several years.
Oh, to replace it?
Yeah. No. Oh no. I think they have like a day or two.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
I'm telling you, this show is like interesting. It's also one of those things too, where like most things, especially if they go on for many seasons, the lore is just made up on the spot, and like, well, that's now how it works now, apparently. So like, there's no way that these people. I don't even think they even talk about the parasites in the movie. That may be an afterthought that they make up later on. You know, like that may not be part of this movie. That's just I may be adding knowledge from the future before this was written into the movie. I don't know. They may just be like, they have technology, and they're like, oh, but wouldn't it be cool if they're possessed by aliens? Oh yeah, and then like it's that thing where they just keep adding to it, and that's what makes it interesting and fun.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
Is that what happened in Kingdom Hearts?
I'm pretty sure that's what happened in Kingdom Hearts.
How did this get so out of hand? It was supposed to be a game about Mickey and his friends.
Like, I think they added a lot of stuff after the fact, and then they're like, how do we tie it back? Oh, we'll do it this way. I think that's kind of what happened. So is Stargate still going on?
No, it ended.
Oh.
Well, that was the thing at WonderCon. They were talking about some other garbage. I think one guy's like, oh, and the latest thing was this garbage show. And I was like, I think that was garbage. It was like some fan-made junk. It was just really bad editing and stuff. It was just... Everything about it was just real... it was like one of the worst things I ever watched, if that's what they were talking about. There's the latest Stargate franchise that I watched was a fan-made like spin-off of the past, I believe. Because they reference it a little bit in this one. Oh, there in the beginning of this movie, there's an old lady. It was like her story when she was young, and they're like fighting Nazis. But like everything about it was bad. Like the acting was bad, the editing was bad. Like I think it was relatively well like made in the way like the scenes were like compelling, but like that's all technical stuff, you know. Like none of the actual creative stuff was good. I just remember it being really weird. I can't remember if I finished that or if I bailed because it was so bad. I just remember it being not worth watching. But if anything, honestly, I highly recommend Atlantis. If you want to dabble in Stargate, Atlantis is really good. They've already figured out a lot of the lore. The cast is really dynamic and really interesting. It's got Jason Moana, right?
I'm gonna let you try one more time.
Jason Moan.
You nailed it.
He's in it. He's good. He's actually one of the best characters.
Does he go hoorah?
He goes, I don't know about that. Like that?
One more time?
I don't know about that. He's real quiet.
Wow, is Jason Momoa in?
Honestly, I think I actually did a pretty good job being him not talking much. I don't know about that. That don't seem like a good idea to me.
It's very weird because he's also Khal Drogo, and Khal Drogo is also like, I don't know about that.
It's very much the same character.
And then it's Aquaman who's just like, yeah, let me take a selfie with you.
I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna go swimming. I love water. Blah 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 splish splash. Who else is in that show? That show was good because he's in there. Oh, this part's great. He cuts him up with these teleporter rings.
With the Stargate.
They're mini Stargates.
Oh, the little baby Stargates.
Oh, he doesn't cut
Ew.
him. Oh wait, does he cut him or does he just crush him?
Oh no, his necklace. Oh, he half teleports
Oh yeah,
him.
yeah,
so
he did cut him up.
What a way to go! That's scary.
Just ahead. So I think that was his son or something like that. I don't know who these people are. They're Egyptian gods. Anyways,
They all look young.
yeah, because they're like young forever.
They're
That's
like
what I'm
the House of
telling you.
Scorpion.
No, not like House of the Scorpion. Their aging is slowed. It's not like that at all. It's like, and that's the thing that they'll pick when they need a new host. They'll pick like the best, the prettiest, or whatever. I don't remember exactly their what they do. I forgot what we're talking about. Oh, Stargate SG-1 or Stargate Atlantis. That one's fun because they're on Atlantis.
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 Well, can you? What does that mean?
Okay, so Theron is the the guy's name.
Uh huh.
Theron.
He's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Theron. He is on Atlantis. Theron is on Atlantis.
Interesting. Is he the main character?
Yeah, he is. He has a shirt. Theron is on Atlantis. He wears that, and they're like, "I can't believe you're wearing that." He's like, "I'm the main character." He says that. He's like that. He thinks he's like, "I'm the main character. Everyone, it's me. I found Atlantis, and I'm on Theron, and I'm Theron, and I'm there on Atlantis."
But he also goes by Carlos, and then when he says that joke, they go Carlos.
Yep. Carlos Theron. Or is it Theron Carlos?
Charlize Theron.
Oh, is that his sister?
Yeah. Carlos Theron and Charlize Theron.
Yeah, Theron. And then he's like, and they're like, in Game of Thrones, you're gonna play Quadro Greyjoy. And he's like, how about Theron?
I love Quadro Dragor.
Greyjoy. He's like, how about Theron Greyjoy? Can I just be my first name? Who's that actor that's always their first name in whatever they do? They have the same. Terry
Charlie
Crews.
Day.
That too, Charlie Day and Terry Crews. I've never seen them not be Charlie or Terry, which I think is such a power move.
Yeah.
I want to pull
why
that.
we don't need to act.
I want to be in like the next John Wick, and I'm Jared Wick, and then I'm going to be in this next Stargate, and I'm like Jared Stargate. Just like it's not like Chris, like Chris. You could pull Chris off, but like Jared is like, well, it doesn't really fit the character too bad. Like, oh, okay, I guess.
Jared Greyjoy.
Jared Greyjoy. Oi! This sword is all pointy. It is. I'm Jared Greyjoy. Oi!
And you're watching the Disney Channel.
You're watching the Disney Channel. Crazy that they started airing Game of Thrones like Disney Channel.
Yeah, it makes it more. Reaches a wider audience.
It's edited for children. It's like 10 minutes long. Boom! They teleported the bomb onto the triangle ship.
Oh
Suck
no!
it, aliens! I don't know
Didn't
why he's all
expect
glowy.
that.
I don't know what that is.
That was his true form.
Oh, they never show that ever. That doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what do you mean
That's
true form?
Like his.
I don't know. He was like a alien that was disguised as a
I think.
human boy.
Man, I think they rewrote that. I think maybe. Oh man, I don't know what that was. I've never seen that ever before. It's really confusing. That might be before they had the idea of the parasites. Maybe they thought they were actual aliens, and they came up with a way more creative explanation. I feel like they retconned this entire movie. I I want to rewatch a show and then be like, remember when we just killed that alien? No, I don't like him, like someone remembering this movie the way it is. And then the actors in the TV show be like, you got it all wrong. This is the way it actually happened. And then be like, what? I thought it happened the other way. And like, no, you must be going crazy.
The problem with this movie is that if you ask me what this movie was about, I wouldn't know what to tell you.
Well, we also skipped through it, so.
But even then, we only skipped like.
Well, okay, Tiffany, what did I explain this? What did you learn?
So they found a Stargate, and if you put your hand through it, you go through it all the way, not in little bits. And then on the other side of Egypt is more Egypt, and then there's like sand whales, and then everyone walks in a line. And then there's the bad boy Ra, and he has like a bunch of people who have different hairstyles, but they all protect him from the blasty stick, and then they go and gets chopped up by more little baby Stargates, and then he blew up.
Honestly, that's pretty much the plot. Like, it's kind of the plot.
I watched it.
Yeah, and the crazy hairstyles kinds of.
What was Ra's boy band name though, Tiffany? What was that called? Him and his bad boys.
The Lady Gagas.
I was just gonna say that.
No, you weren't.
Recipes.
What are you talking about? That's a lot.
Same brain wave.
I was literally just okay.
No, I don't believe you, because that's craziness. Why would you come to that conclusion?
Remember this part of the movie where they teach you about quantum physics?
Yeah, they basically have to talk to you about the observer effect. Oh, so by the way, Dr. Drindra, Daniel Bangjang, he stays behind. He marries that lady, and then she dies. Spoiler alerts.
Oh, why would you spoil that?
And then he's like, my wife.
Why would you spoil that?
He will not shut up about his wife for like 6 seasons. He complains about his wife. Get over it. Gosh. That's a really cool effect. And then it comes. They update this effect somewhere like later on, and it's way better. This sucks. Like, this is such bad CG.
Yeah, I think that's like a Windows 98 background.
Yeah. They make it better. They do more of a tubular one. Oh, that was Netflix does that. It just gives you like, this is over. Watch this other thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So fast.
And it also lets you skip intros to shows.
I just didn't expect it to be like, credits are rolling. Anyways, watch our other shows. Like, that's crazy marketing tactics.
Yep.
Anyways, so you guys, this is the end of the podcast. I forgot to do like an intro thing about it, but really fast, I do want to thank Monk Turner for his theme song before I forget that. And if you want to find out more about the podcast, go to bufferbuddies.com. What we're doing, kind of a warning. We kind of did a little bit this one. We didn't do it a lot, but we are going to be changing the format of the podcast a little bit. So hopefully this episode's still pretty long. I think like an hour and a half long. I think it's cut down a little bit, but we are going to try to get the episodes down shorter. So if you enjoy the podcast as it is, well, I'm a little bit sorry, but if you had friends who you didn't want to introduce to it or whatever because it was too long, we're going to be trying to produce some 1 hour episodes. We have some ideas for that we're going to be experimenting with over the next few episodes. So keep an eye on that. If you do actually listen to it, this would be the time to give us some feedback now. Please do. If you happen to have a Twitter account, or if you don't, go make one or join our Discord. If you actually listen to this podcast, it'd be really great to get some feedback from you guys on these upcoming episodes. So what we're kind of doing, we may be skipping around episode on the movie. We might be cutting the movie short, different things like that. Just keep that in mind as we're going to go through. We're going to go through some changes to try to get these episodes shorter and more consumable for you guys. That's it, right? Go to bufferboys.com, find out more, join our Discord, rate movies, vote on them. That's pretty much it.
Now we're going to rate the movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain?
We're going to rate the movie based on how we think it is for watching it with a group of friends. We rate it 1 out of 10 or on a scale of 10. It's not the movie itself, but it's how we think the movie works as a community watching viewing party movie night. So if you wanted to host a version of our podcast, but like without recording it, I don't know what you'd call that, but like you get to, it'd be weird. It'd be weird if not to record it. I get that. But if you want to do something like what we do, but not record it, I don't know why you do that. But if you want to do that, this is what these ratings are for, how we think it fits for this.
So I'm going to go first. I give this movie 10 out of 10 sand whales.
And I give it 6 out of 10 Ra Romama.
You have to sing it with more passion.
I'm in a house with 3 people who are sound asleep. So.
Passion.
Wake
You think Lady Gaga
wake the family.
let sleeping people? Chris Alberti rated it 10 out of 10 little Stargates.
I'm thinking.
Oh,
I'm so
you
bad.
had so much
I'm so
time.
bad at this game.
You had so
remember.
much time.
I immediately forget everything. What is happening?
You know the entire lore of this whole thing. You could pick literally anything.
It's gonna be something boring. I only know the full lore.
Little fish rocks that you throw at kids.
Okay.
Yes.
I got one. 8 out of
Jason
10 kids hit
Momoa.
with rocks. So I got pretty good
There
aim.
you go.
Yeah, you got 8 of them.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 of them. Get away from my Stargate. Okay, that's pretty much it, right? That's it. Thank you guys for listening so much. Tune in for next week. I don't know what movie it is. I think we all need to kind of update our votes. So I'm going to ask everyone, if you're listening to this, try to always update your votes every couple of weeks as we add more movies to the list. Everyone on the cast and our Discord, I'm going to let you remind everyone, please go and update your votes as well. I think we got some new movies in there. I want to get it fresh, mixed up. And again, keep with us as we go through some experimental changes with the podcast. Please tell your friends as well about it. It really helps us out a lot. We definitely need that. Rate us on iTunes and Podchaser as well. Those would be cool. Yeah, that's great. Good night.
Good night.
Rocks.
My wife.
My wife.